Hello and welcome back. Today is December 4th, 2022. It is a beautiful morning here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We're at the fairgrounds for another Triad Sports Car Club event. This is the last one for the 2022 season. Today I'm going to be driving Jerry's Toyota Corolla AE86 again. I love that car. It's an absolute blast. And it handles like I would expect that car to, which is even better. Doing final course walks now. They're getting ready to send out the novice course walk. And we'll find out in the driver's meeting how many runs we're getting and when we get to run. Sun's trying to peek through. Hopefully it'll come out and warm up a little bit, but it's not cold. I mean, it's December in North Carolina, which is, as long as it's not snowing on the ground, I'm happy. So, we'll catch y'all in a little bit. next day. It's now Monday afternoon. I couldn't get a video together last night. Got home a little late. I had to go pick up the kids from Nana and get them all settled in, get everything unpacked. It was just late. It was already dark and I couldn't really film an outro. So, doing it now. I've had a little bit of time to think about yesterday's performance today. And even yesterday, Jerry and I was looking at the Solo Storm data and found where he was just so far ahead of me in certain spots. Like even the launch, just starting off from the line, he was faster than me because he was launching harder. And I wasn't running first gear out. I wasn't accelerating off the line as hard as he was. And then the pivot cone where I had such brake lock up just wasn't in my favor. And then the first left-hand sweeper, I was going in too tight on the entry. So it was causing me to push out and add. Actually, I think I was a shorter distance, but I was in the wrong spot on exit. So I just had to manage speed a little bit differently then. Third in class, I was about 1.5 behind the leader. And we put it together with the Solo Storm, the difference in our times. And we made like a theoretical low 42. I still don't think it was going to bring it to 41. But like theoretical time would have been 0.871 faster than what Jerry ran, because what I could do through the slaloms. Was looking at Solo Storm, I caught Jerry big time in the slalom, but I couldn't catch him anywhere else. So I think one thing was we were pretty well, it was a hurried 2-driver line. Like as soon as I pulled in line, it was ready to keep rolling and go again. We hardly had time to check tire pressures. Like we had to just say, look, we're not moving, we're checking tire pressures. We was technically had to use a 5-minute mechanical just to check pressures. Because it was as soon as I pulled back up in line, it was ready to go again. We were being called up again. And it was difficult to try to get everything done. So I actually took all 5 of my runs. We got 5 runs. And I took all 5 of mine just back to back. And then we traded the seats and Jerry done his. We were practically hot lapping the car as 2 drivers. Yeah, it was rough on it, poor thing. But old Toyota held up to it great. I still need to look at how many miles are on that car, because I know that engine hasn't been out of it, and Jerry is the original owner. We were on that rev limiter, especially me. I was on it hard. There was a good section of it, and Jerry was letting out. He didn't ride the rev limiter like I did, and honestly, Jerry, I'm sorry that I did. I shouldn't have. I had that red mist descend, and my right foot got pretty heavy. So I'm sorry, Jerry. I owe you an oil change. Yeah, we got pretty good positioning for first run group. I believe we done pretty well, but it was hard on the car running it like that. But that's what we had to do. I mean, we had pretty small run groups. There's only, I think, just 80 people there, so we was able to do 3 run groups. So it was pretty well. Everybody was, even the single driver cars didn't have much time for themselves. So can't complain. It was a great day. Like I said, being rushed and all, and kind of events leading up to that event, I wasn't that well in my headspace. I just mentally wasn't there to drive that well. And I think for it being over a year since the last time I drove a manual and last time I autocrossed, that I think I did pretty good. I know I've lost my edge, especially, you know, not having the time between runs to really think about and digest, hey, that's what I need to do different. I couldn't drill it into my head that first sweeper, hey, go wider on the entry, you moron. I was just being an idiot, didn't do it. I even told Jerry, I was like, I need to go wider. He rode with me one run, and we both agreed, you need to go wider on that entry. I was pinching the exit too much, causing the car to slide a little bit. And I think every one of my runs, I slid out just a little bit. I kicked the rear end some. And so that cost me time there. But the runs that you saw was my fastest, which was my 5th run, and Jerry's fastest, which was his 2nd run. But we did what we could, and we done pretty well, I may say. I mean, that car, it's just so much fun to drive. I love it. So, we'll see what's in the works for next year. Hopefully make some more events. And, well, until then, keep your eyes ahead and that pedal down.